G'day and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We are continuing on with our Sandbox Let's Play, and we have gone a little bit forward. We've got a little bit of cash coming in now. If we have a look at most of our routes, we are pretty much profitable on all of them now. We've finally worked out the kinks in our line 13, and that's now running at a nice profit. We did have 974,000 there for the last month. So yeah, we're progressing nicely. So all this sort of stuff is up and running. So if you have a look at all our trains here are profitable. Line 22's obviously got nothing on it at the moment, but they're all making a bit of a profit. These two here, our main passenger lines, they're quite profitable, which is good. As to here is our line 10, our main line for, well, one of our main lines for our grain. Now, the goal is basically to get at least 2 trains on each of these grain lines. So we want to get another one of these running. And that will get us going pretty much through there. Now if we go and have a look at this one here, we probably can almost afford him right now, so let's just clone him, and we can. So he's going to now come out down here, so up here on the top right hand side of the screen, you can see him, he's blue, he's coming down, so he's actually going to take into here, and we've got another train there going nicely. So we have got basically 2 trains now, if we bring this back up, on all of our main lines up through here to support our food production. All right, we need to get some more industry running though. So we're going to let all this settle down. We're going to let the pedestrian traffic, the passenger traffic all sort of settle and all that sort of rubbish. What we're going to do is we're going to head on over here. Now, we are still waiting to get a train. In fact, let's do that right now. I think we've got enough to do that. So let's come over here. We're going to get a train to go from Greater Grizzly up to Fukuoka. Now, 20 Japanese. If I've butchered that name, I really apologize. But there's nothing new on this channel. All right, so we're going to come in here. We are going to pause it. Now, we've got $4 million at the moment. Now, this line here, from here to here, should be very profitable once it gets 1 or 2 runs under its belt. So, but we just need to be careful how we're going to do it. Now, in fact, before we do that, let's have a look. What's the line number? Line 22. So we've got to buy our vehicle. Now, I would like to get, now we'll just go to locomotives, our strongest and fastest. So that one there is 115 kilometers an hour, but it's 3.3 million to buy. Now, the Russian class SCH, that is half the price. It's only 75 kilometers an hour. This one here, 60 kilometers an hour, 1599, 45, 64. I'm thinking, oops, we don't need 2 of them there. So if we buy that at 3.3, we're not going to have much in the way of carriages. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to add him. So that's going to cost us 1.6 so far just for the engine. Now we're going to go to our passenger carriages. Now, this is the next part to work out. So we've currently got a Suburban, which is a top speed of 100 kilometers an hour. That doesn't matter because we're not going to be going in that anyway. Can carry 19 passengers in one go. The loading speed is 4 times. Now that's pretty important. Okay, so the loading speed on this one is 2 times, and it can carry 14. So this can carry 5 extra, but it's double the loading speed. Right. So it's also 1.1 million per carriage, and this is 654 per carriage. Now the speed is actually probably better rated. So I'm thinking what we might do, just to maximize our capacity in here, we might just use the Poodleovs for now, and we can always upgrade them later. Now, at 7.5 million, so we're not going to be buying that many. Settle down, duck. Right, I'm going to pull these back. 4.2. Oh, see, we can only get 3. Well, we've got to get it going, don't we? So let's commit to it and see how we go. So let's buy him. That's done, and we're going to put him on line 22. All right, now he should be here ready to go. He's going to come out. He's going to take line 22. So we're going to join it. We've now got Greater Grizzly and Fukuoka Fukuoka? Yeah, something like that. Connected. So we're going to get them going. All right. So let's get time going again. Obviously, we're going to build up a little bit of money from the rest of the routes. But there he is. He's heading out, heading into Greater Grizzly. So it's only very small. Eventually, we should have high-speed trains running on these sort of routes. But certainly for the moment, that's not really possible. All right, it's got 300,000 there. Okay, we're going to let him go off. Now, the other thing we're going to do, we're going to start getting some more of our industry running. Now, we have got over here, where am I going? Over here. We've got a bit of an oil production facility running. Now, being a sandbox, I have manipulated this a little bit, but it's quite normal to see quite a few oil derricks in one area. So we could possibly even have put more in there, but we've chosen not to. We don't want to spend too much money there. Right, what we need to do, we need to get the oil from here over to the oil refinery. So from the Jeddah or Pyongyang oil well over to the Jeddah oil refinery. Now from the oil refinery, we're then going to bring that over to the Tehran fuel refinery. And then our fuel will go both to Pyongyang and Jeddah. They're the ones that are demanding that at the moment. Harbin over here is also demanding it, but we're not going to send it there. And so is O'Brien on Kent. We might send it back up there. We'll see. Depends on how much we produce. So what we're going to do in the interim, to get this demand running, get all this running, we're going to use some trucks and send some trucks from here up to here. So I'm thinking 10 trucks for that route to there. And then we'll probably do another 10 trucks for that route down to here. And then once we've got enough money, we will actually supplement this work by putting a little train line. And that train line will also connect up here to Crankyville and then up north. Right, now, we've got some money in there now. So now is the time to get this done. So let's just dive in and get it done. Right, so we need a truck stop up here. So we're going to turn this around. And I'm just going to put that in there like that. Now, so we're going to have trucks coming up to here. And then we're going to have them coming back down and into here. Now, they are going to technically go all the way down in through here. I think what we should do is we should put a road in. So we're going to do that. We're going to put a road as cheap as we possibly can into there. And we're then going to have a truck stop in here until we get the railway station running. So that's in there like so. All right, so that's all ready. Now we're going to need the routes. Now, new line from there to there. That's taking the oil to the oil processing plant. Then we want a new line from the oil processing plant to the fuel processing plant. All good. And then from there, we'll bring that into here. But we haven't got anything down here for the moment. Now, what we need now is 20 trucks. Now, I don't know if we're going to have enough money to buy 20 trucks. So let's go buy vehicles, cargo. Now, it's going to be an all cargo. Let me see, 20. 782,000. We're going to have nowhere near enough to buy that. Whoops, 1,020. We're definitely not buying that many either. 10, 391. 8, 382. All right, maybe 6. 6 will do. So we're going to buy 6 trucks. Right. Now they are all going to go on this line up here. So we're just going to worry about getting the oil to the oil processing for now. And that will be that line there. So they're going to be off and running. So when we start back up again, we'll see the trucks coming out of here, hopefully. Actually, no, where do I have them coming from? Oh, I don't even know where I got them coming from. That could be very interesting. Let's have a look. Line 26, line 25. Right, that's them there. Vehicle manager, line 25, line 26. No, I don't think we bought them. Okay, I don't think we bought them. Actually, they are. There they are. They're still there. Right. So we need to go on to line 25. Like that. There we go. No, I clicked on the wrong side of that screen. Okay. So there they're going. Now, while that's going up, So we buy another 6. Let's buy another 6 of those really quick. 6. Actually, let's push the friendship. 12. 4, 6, 9. 10. All right, 10 will do. So I'm going to buy 10. Now I'm going to grab all of them except 4, and they're going to go on line 26. So this line through here. So pull them out. Line 26. And the remainders here, they're going to go onto the other line, line 25, and stuff like that. All right, that's all good to go. So they're all off and running. So let's, we'll fast forward time. And there they go. So here's all our trucks heading off. We have got some buses running around Pyongyang. No other infrastructure at the moment. We haven't got any intercity buses or anything running. Probably something we could consider. We could consider sending up some buses up to Crankyville. We might possibly consider that. We have got a bit of few passengers lining up here, so we might consider that in a little bit later. But for now, we're just going to worry about this. Now, let's have a look and see how our lines are going. So our train lines are doing okay. Now this is our big one. This is the one we've just set up from Greater Grizzly up to Fuku. So where's he? He's on his way down. Here he comes. So he's got 24 passengers. So we just want to see how he goes in relation to profit. It's not going to be huge initially, but certainly there's plenty of passengers in here we can make the most of, and hopefully after these first 2 runs it should start to steady, and we'll see a constant growth hopefully in the amount of passengers that want to take that route. I'll just put that down there for now. Here he comes. He's up here coming around down the southern part of the lake. Now, so currently he's running at a $586,000 loss. Seems a lot, but you will be surprised how quickly that turns around once you've got a long distance for a fare. It's actually quite quickly it'll turn around. So 586. Let's have a look. He's coming in now. He's going to offload his 24 passengers, and that was about 400 and something thousand. So that's not too bad. So 400,000. If you go 400,000 up and back, that'll be break even. All right. He's now got a full load, so he's got 42. That's what we want to see. So that means he's going to be maximizing his profit. So the next thing we do is we either put a second train on there, or alternatively we bring it back into the shed and add some more carriages to it. But for now, I think we'll just leave him go. Probably the easiest thing would actually be to put a second train on that line. But to do that, we're going to have to put overtaking areas in, or dual lane or dual line all the way up. So we're not going to worry about that for now. All right, let's go over and have a look at our trucks. So our trucks are here now. They're heading away with hopefully a load of goods. They are. They're all fully loaded. Our other trucks, where are they? They're sitting here waiting. Right, they're sitting there waiting for a load. All right. Line 26. Right. So there's vehicles there waiting for line 26. Actually, yes, that's right. They're going up to here, then coming back. That's right. All right. So line 25. Okay. Let's have a look and see what they're going to be doing here in the statistics. So what we're looking for is line 25 in particular. We want to see that hitting a profit very quickly. And we're carrying 48 out of 60 possible. And here we go. It's starting to bring it in, so that's not too bad. If that starts bringing that in, that'll be good. And then the long trip from the oil refinery to the fuel refinery will actually get a bit of money as well. So this line here should be quite profitable at some point. What we will do though is we're going to configure the lines. So up here at the Jeddah branch, we're going to have a look in here. We want that to be a full load, and we don't want it to load and unload anything. We want it to load oil, and we don't want to unload anything. And then for Pyongyang, I'm going to come down here, and we want it to not have a full load. We don't want to unload, we just want to unload our oil. All right, and hopefully that should work fine. Now, have these guys got anything in them? No, they still think they're picking up logs. All right, now what we could do is we can just send him back like this, because there's no point in them doing the full trip because they've got nothing in them. All right, so they're going to head on back there. That's going to be all well and good. Now, we've got a good supply of crude oil coming out through here, which is great. Train 4 is exhausted. Okay. Can we replace him on one go? Right. Russian class PV. Add. And then what's he got? He's got 7 gondolas. So he's carrying grain. Get a little bit more money, we can replace him. There we go. Right, so he's been replaced. He's only got 6 carriages, but that's okay. We can live with that. All right, what have we got in here? These guys are still nicely producing their way. So as you can see, we're at full production. Shipment, we're not shipping out quite as much as we want to. But that's going to have to do us for now. All right, let's come back over here. We'll have a look. New vehicles, new trucks. Great timing. Right, that's one good. Get rid of that. How's our train going? He's... Where is he? He must be... Can't see him. Not down here. Oh, there he is up there. So he's coming back down. Let's see how he's going. Again, he's got a full load, and there you go. See that? We're at $1 million already. So that is going to help turn us around and get us a lot of money very, very quickly. Road vehicle 19. Okay, so these vehicles were both bought at the same time. So we're going to replace them. So we're going to replace those selected vehicles. Now we're going to go passenger, and we're going to upgrade them to the bus, and we're going to replace them. All right, that's all well and good. So what's happening is we've now got to the point where our trucks and our trains have been used for 10, 20, whatever years it's been, and they're starting to wear out. Now, to help alleviate that, we can actually increase the maintenance costs to do that. But at the moment, we want to build our cash up. So it's a catch-22 situation. So we're not going to pay any extra maintenance, but it does mean we have to replace the vehicles and that a lot quicker. So at the moment, vehicles are coming up saying they're exhausted, like so. And then what we're going to do is we just go in and we replace them. So we select all those vehicles there. We're going to replace them. Replace with the bigger bus, the new bus, and there we go. Right, 17, that's one we've just replaced. That's okay, all good. Now we'll get a few of those as we're going along. So that's all right. All right, so we're back in there. We've just done the load. And yes, he's averaging a nice 1 million. And he is chockers again. All right. So I'm thinking what we might do, we might start setting up ready for a second line through here. That is probably the simplest thing to do. After we set up all these vehicles. Place, there, place, off they go. Yep, good, on your bus. Let's go. All right. Let's actually have a look as well at our... Right, so our line 25 is actually getting a nice profit now for taking the crude oil up to the oil processing plant. And I think now this is the first lot of these guys coming back. Let's see if they've got anything on them. Yep, they're fully loaded. So let's just see if that turns into a profit very quickly. Get rid of this very quickly as well. Upgrade to you. Place. Off you go. Righto. So let's see. How are we going to go? Currently running at a $38,000 loss. Let's see what we end up with. very, very quickly this is going to drop down because we're getting a good profit out of each truckload. And already, there you go, we're in a profit. Okay, this can be very annoying after a while. That's okay, we've just got to do it. So what are we at? So we've turned it around. We've turned it around from a $48,000 deficit, and we're now running a decent profit from it. Now all we have to do is make sure we're above our operating costs, and we should be golden. That's good. That just means we've got extra cash coming in. So at the moment, the only line that's actually negative at the moment is this line here, but we can absorb that. You can see here this line here, we've got 3 coaches on there, and that is probably that's the most profitable at the moment, line 4. And they're going to be needing to be replaced. Let's just do that right now while we got the money. Replace. No, that was a waste of money. Right, let's replace them again. Right, there we go. All right, so that's got that going. So the next thing we're going to do here is we will upgrade this and put a rail line through. Now that will also mean we have a rail line up through, a rail line connecting through here. We've got the rail line there, but what we may need to do is look at putting an overtaking slip through here, just to make it so, because we've only got the one line going through there at the moment, one train. And how's he running? Is he running it? He's not running at maximum at all. Turning around, yeah, so he's not running at max. So probably just put another lane in there or an overtaking siding or something, and that should be golden. All right, so that's that part there done. We can go back up here. You can see everything up here is running nice and smooth. We're going to shut him off because he's very loud and annoying. Everything up here is nice and dandy. Just thinking what we're going to do next. I think next is definitely improving this area through here. All right. The last thing I was going to do today actually was I was just going to sort of tidy up this area through here and just make both this and the oil area a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, and just showcasing the tools that we can use there. So this guy here is, you would have seen we've actually done a bit of an upgrade through here. We've sorted all that out. That's what sorted out our line 13, which we had problems with. We're just going to make this look a little bit better. Is it going to get us anything? No, probably not. But it just makes it look a little bit neater and a bit more impressive. So we're going to put another cargo building in there. We're going to put some of these platforms in here, like so. A couple of these down here as well. Another small shed here, like that. And I'm going to put shed. Oh, can't put the sheds on that side because of the collision. That's okay. Can't put one there. That's right. So we'll put another one there. There we go. New vehicle. Schaffhausen. So it's a ship. Well, there's not much shipping we're going to need at the moment. All right, what have we got? We've got a problem here. Train 5. What's his problem? Line 11. Right, he's going from there to there. So why can't you get from there to there? Right, let me have a look. It's coming up through there. He really shouldn't be having a problem. Configure the line. Maybe if we just skip it across. No, can't connect to those. No, I don't want on number 2. Maybe 4. Okay. Now, what's he doing? He's just got a bit of a graphical anomaly. Line 11. Just turn him around, get him going. Right, so obviously he just gotten a bit confused. And off he goes. Alright, we're going to leave him. Right, so we're beautifying our area through here. Okay, now, it's all a works area through here. I think what we might do is we might just sort of put a bit of ballast net down the tracks. One of the things that I've noticed, and actually I was watching a Sky Storm, and he was pointing out all the grass that appears in the middle of the 2 tracks when you run 2 tracks. And it's not really that good, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to put some ballast down, and we're going to clean all this up. So I'm going to clean all that up in between the tracks so it gets rid of the grass. We'll zoom in a bit more now. Just cleans that up, gets rid of that grass. Like so. Now we're also going to colour this in, get rid of all this here. Because the reality of it is, in this sort of an area, this will be a lot more covered in with ballast or gravel or whatever else. Yes, it does cost us money to do this, by the way, so it's not just for free. Right, so there we go. Coal. Put some coal in there, just as if that's the repository for our spare coal. Some gravel. I want some actual dirt, but soil. There we go, just some plain old dirt. Okay. Assets. I'm going to want some shrubbery. We've got some shrubbery. Not really any shrubbery per se. What's that one? Yeah, no, not happy with that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get out of there. There are no warnings. We can close that off. Get rid of that. Now, down in here, we're going to tidy this up a bit. I think some dirt through here. So it ties that in a little bit. Okay. Yeah, new grassy gravel. Right, let's put that through there. Alright, now in here we're going to have some trees. Now, in going with the area, which is full of palms, we're going to put some palms just in through here. We're going to line the road. Just with some palms down through here, just at random. Like so. Now in here, we're actually going to have some really well laid out palms. Whoops. Now you will notice it does random heights and random rotation, because we've got that selected on the checkbox, and that's fantastic. So you've not got the same looking tree every time you plop it down. I think that's that attention to detail is fantastic. Now, the other thing is you've got to remember, we have been given this game in early access effectively by Urban Games. The game is not fully released, and since we've actually been given access to it, there's been a couple of little patches to it. But what you're seeing here may not necessarily be the exact final product as well. So it is quite possible and quite likely that some things could be changed. Now, here we're going to put a whole pile of these down, and we're just going to use the brush tool to do that. So like that. So we can adjust the rotation, we can adjust the strength so it doesn't put as many down. We can adjust the brush size so we can have a huge area or just a small area, or we can just back it off back to a single, so we just place a single one like that. So that's the tools. Now there is also, and we'll just show you over here, there is an option to do a randomized tree or mixed trees. So from here you can select all the trees you want, randomize the rotation, yes, always, the brush size, and if I do this like that, we've got a random selection of all the different trees. So for instance, if you want to paint a big area, And we'll just do this for a quick example. Like that. You can paint a big area like that, and it's just going to have random trees, not all the same. Alright, so that actually can look quite effective. Or, again, if you wish, you can actually go through and only not have the lemon trees, peach trees, banana plants, all that sort of stuff. You may only want a couple of trees. So it's a really, really nice option to have. Okay, so we're going to go back up here. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to quickly just tidy up this place down here. Right, here we are. Whoops, all over the place. Now, this area here, because it's going to be all surrounded with oil, it's going to be quite dirty. So we're just going to... This whole area will be quite dirty and mucky and all that sort of stuff. There'll be muck and oil and grime everywhere. Bit of a blight on the landscape. So there we go. We're just going to tidy that up. We may put 1 or 2 trees in there a little bit later, but anyway. So that's just showing you some of the very basic landscaping tools. We'll come in and we'll do a bit more in the next couple of episodes. Some more landscaping, probably more so around the cities. But as you can see, look at the money. Look at the money now. So we've fast forwarded all the way through there. And we are making money hand over fist now. So look at all this. We've got 955,000 from our line 22, 760,000, 812,000, 890,000, 978,000. And then we go to our wheeled transport, 87. Here's the 2 we've just done. So our oil and our raw oil, crude oil, 48,000, 84,000. So the money is now started to come in. So what does that mean? That means bigger and better trains. So that will be in the next episode. So this episode, we've just basically been flipping about, doing very little. But in the next episode, we will be able to extend this line out. We're going to double this track. And in fact, I'll probably do double the track off camera because that's pretty boring. We'll just extend both the track all the way up, put some signals all the way down through. And then we'll look at putting a second train in here and making some bigger trains. And what we'll probably also do is I think we might hook into Pyongyang and start heading out that way. Or we might hook down into Taipei. I think actually, no, that's what we'll do. We'll go to Taipei first and then we'll hook into Pyongyang and Chengdu and all that. I do also want to end up getting a main line run from Greater Grizzly all the way up past Crankyville, past O'Brien on Kent and into Jimmyville. Alright, so that's it for Transport Fever 2 in this episode. We are playing the Sandbox and we are having a lot of fun with it. We still have to make money and make a profit, but so far we're doing okay. And I would like to thank again Urban Games for giving us the opportunity to play this game, remembering that what you see here may not necessarily be the final product. The game does release in 6 days time, well 6 days time from when I'm recording it, probably about four days by the time you actually see this. So we hope to get a few more episodes out before we actually get the release of the game, but I can assure you it is great fun. It is much improved on Transport Fever, and if you've played the previous version, you will love this version. So don't forget, go check it on Steam, pre-order it, get a bit of a discount, and until next time, we'll see you back here at Transport Fever and Duck Solar Gaming. See you later. Bye.